Kids jokes. A kid is walking down the street with a jar of money and dragging along a dead frog on a string. And he walks into a whorehouse. He sets the jar of money on the counter and proclaims to a woman in the lobby, "I want to have sex with the dirtiest, nastiest woman you have here." She glares at him and replies, "Get outta here. You're too young to be here." The kid retorts, pointing at the jar, and says, "Look, lady, I'm paid. Let me do what I want." She agrees, and points him towards a door down the hall. Meet Evelyn, she's a veteran. He does the deed and walks out of the room, still zipping up. The lady in the lobby asks him if he realizes the consequences of his actions. He replies, "Yes. I came here hoping for an STD, and I've gotten what I wanted." Confused, she asks him why. He replies, "My mom and dad are on vacation. When I get home, the babysitter is going to have sex with me. That's what she's into. She's going to get an STD. When mom and dad get home, mom will go to the grocery store and dad will have sex with the babysitter. He will have an STD. Once mom gets home, she will have sex with dad and she will get an STD. When dad leaves for work in the morning, mom is going to have sex with the mailman, and he's the motherfucker who ran over my frog." Jokes about men. There were 11 people, €10 men and 1 woman, €, hanging onto a rope that came down from a helicopter. They all decided that one person should get off, because if they didn't trademark T, the rope would break and everyone would die. No one could decide who should go, so finally, the woman gave a really touching speech saying how she would give up her life to save the others, because women were used to giving up things for their husbands and children, giving in to men, and not receiving anything in return. When she finished speaking, all the men started clapping. Jokes about women. Why do women close their eyes during sex? They can't stand to see a man have a good time. Little Johnny jokes. Teacher asks little Johnny to use the word definitely in a sentence. Little Johnny replies, "Teacher, do farts have lumps in them?" The teacher says, "Of course not, Johnny," to which Johnny replies, "Then I have definitely shit my pants then." School jokes. A little boy is in school working on his arithmetic. The teacher says, Imagine there are 5 blackbirds sitting on a fence. You pick up your BB gun and shoot one. How many blackbirds are left? The little boy thinks for a moment and says, none. The teacher replies, none. How do you figure that? The little boy says, if I shoot one, all the other birds will fly away scared, leaving none on the fence. The teacher replies, not exactly, but I do like the way you think. The little boy then says, teacher, let me ask you a question. There are 3 women sitting on a park bench, eating ice cream cones. One is licking her cone, another is biting it, and the third one is sucking it. How can you tell which one of the women is married? The teacher ponders the question uncomfortably and then finally replies, well, I guess the one sucking her cone. To which the little boy replies, actually, it's the one with the wedding ring, but I do like the way you think. Chuck Norris jokes. If you spell Chuck Norris wrong on Google, it doesn't say, "Did you mean Chuck Norris?" It simply replies, "Run while you still have the chance." Chuck Norris jokes. When Chuck Norris was a baby, he didn't have teddy bears. He had real bears. Retirement jokes. An elderly gentleman was telling his friend about a new restaurant he and his wife recently visited. The food and service were great. He said. His friend asked, A euro what euro trademark s the name of the place a euro g, I donna euro trademark t. Remember, a euro he said, a euro what do you call the long-stemmed flower people give on special occasions a euro you mean a rose a euro asked his friend. A euro that euro trademark s. It a euro he exclaimed and turning to his wife, asked, a euro rose, wait a euro trademark s the name of that restaurant we went to the other day a euro. Blonde jokes. A redhead, a brunette and a blonde robbed a supermarket. While the robbery was in progress, a police officer walked in the store and saw what was happening. He dashed toward them, but they were able to get away into the back of the store. There they found 3 sacks to hide in. When the police officer checked there, he examined each sack. He kicks the first bag, and the redhead says meow in a high voice. The cop determines that it must only be a cat in that bag, and he moves on to the next. When he kicks the second bag, the brunette says woof in a low voice. The officer determines that it must only be a dog in that bag, so he moves on to the last bag. He kicks the third bag, and the blonde shouts potato to the officer. Dirty jokes. Boy, what's it called when 3 people have sex? Girl, a threesome. Boy, what's it called when 2 people have sex? Girl, a twosome. Boy, now you know why they call me handsome.